I'm Robert Stevens. I am PwC's Global Oil and Gas Leader for SAP, and also for the last 4 years, I've been the lead client partner for ConocoPhillips, which we will use as a reference point for today.
My name is Frank Ruland. I'm the Innovation and Industries Lead for the SAP Alliance globally. Rob, we heard it in the opening. You've been following the oil and gas and energy path for a long time, and numerous customer examples. Data is the new oil, we used to say a couple of years back. What's your perspective now, 2026?
I don't think it's changed from data being very, very important for our oil and gas customers, but the way that data is being used to create supply chain resilience, I think, is what is really most important. Being able to service clients where they are, and data is the underpinning of that. What you're going to hear, what ConocoPhillips has done, what our other oil and gas customers are doing around data, that is really important for their success.
How have you seen it change in the perspective of AI, naturally on the one hand side, but more importantly also with Business Data Cloud and some other SAP capability?
I think what you have seen, especially I'd say in the last 18 months around data, is putting data at the fingertips of more individuals in the organization. Let me share a little bit of the ConocoPhillips story. When we started at ConocoPhillips in September of 21, we were just coming out of the global pandemic. That had created a number of supply chain inefficiencies, and not so much in the oil and gas industry, but the chip manufacturers, which also serve the oil and gas industry. Coming out of that, we looked at ConocoPhillips. One copy of the data dispersed to the entire globe. And so now you've got everyone at ConocoPhillips using the same data set, solving their respective problem. That was a game changer for them. Millions of dollars, not only in savings, but millions of dollars in opportunity unlocked. It went from big data being a geophysicist problem or opportunity to now everyone had it at their fingertips. They had SAP data, coupled with business data, coupled with operations data, and they're able to make decisions across the supply chain, whether it was transactional procurement supply chain or daily operations. But everyone was looking at the same set of data. And rather than creating their own version of the truth, we had one version of the truth. Now they are positioned to take advantage of things like Business Data Cloud.
Data still the oil, or what's another phrase we could coin for the future?
Digital modernization. It's data, it's ERP, it's the systems around, the edge systems around ERP, they all work in harmony.
You can do all of the new advancements, you can further innovate your business processes, be them again in supply chain, be that in finance, and you can use some of the new technologies such as AI.
Another ConocoPhillips example, at Sapphire of 24, they announced they were acquiring Marathon Oil, $23.5 billion acquisition. That acquisition closed just as we were finishing the next gen ERP program. So acquisition closed the week of US Thanksgiving in 2024. But the work that we had done with the next gen ERP program, we were able to integrate Marathon in 7 months. $23.5 billion acquisition integrated in 7.5 months, unlocked $1 billion in synergies above the $1 billion that ConocoPhillips had promised to the market. Common platform, common data, common processes, and that is the foundation for AI. AI does not work without common platforms, common data, and that will unlock the next level of value.
And you showed over the past years that with agility in the model, that digital modernization can always adapt to new situations, and therefore it's not just about the digital core, it's about the digital core in context with all of the data, the AI topics for sure. Stay tuned for more on the case with ConocoPhillips and others. Also follow us online and see what use cases we have on this topic.